Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back. My name is Louis, and this is Royal Productions. Now, remember, I am not a financial advisor, and I am not in any way a professional. So make sure you seek professional help if you need clarity. Today, we're going to do the part two of blockchain, the future of cryptocurrency, in my opinion. Remember, don't take none of this information as face value. Do your own research always, always, okay? Make sure you hold the keys to your own future. Don't allow nobody to tell you which way or which direction to travel in. This is your own life. Make sure you follow your own path. My path is my path. Someone else's path is theirs. Do what's best for you. So let's get into this. So, blockchain technology. A lot of us understand what cryptocurrency is for the most part, but blockchain technology is the underlining asset behind all this. So, when you understand how Legos work, along with cryptocurrency, then you understand how blockchain works. So imagine you have a Lego that has certain information within it. As you can see here, these blocks are linked using not cryptography, but cryptography. Okay, I had a hard time with that word myself, but each block contains a cryptographic hash of previous block and a timestamp of transaction data. So imagine you're building a tower of Legos and the bottom Lego has information within it. Now, if you take that one Lego out, the whole ledger or the whole tower becomes unstable. Do you get what I'm saying? So, this blockchain technology locks in this information and uses cryptographic hashes so the information can't be changed. Now, these blockchains and this cryptographic network is running on like a 5D computer. I forgot what it's called. Well, it's actually called a quantum computer, and it's moving at light speed. It's moving fast. So for someone, a hacker, to get into it, they would have to be as fast as AI down there, or multiple AIs. Because remember, it's not just one running this, it's a blockchain full of information. There's multiple ledgers, there's multiple blockchains. So it's like each blockchain is verifying each chain, so if you hack into one chain, you're going to have to go across and get the other chains. So that's one thing about blockchain technology. That's one thing about how everything is here. Moving on. So basically, we explained before what cryptographic blockchain is. We explained what cryptography is mainly, and it's basically to protect the user's information and privacy based on the transaction. So instead of you going somewhere and using your card and all the information being leaked out, this system kind of hacks it. I don't know if you guys are aware, but like how Apple does it, when you log into a place, it creates like its fake email, but you're still able to access it. That's exactly what it does. That's kind of like the tip of the iceberg of how this works. Now let's move on. Remember, these articles and these things are going to be in the link down below, so you can click on them and figure out and read more about this stuff on your own time. Now, the way I am, I like to draw patterns. I like to draw connections and dots. And sometimes these dots are not there, and yeah, I get it. But the way my mind works is like I'm about information, I'm about truth, I'm about looking for answers, when there are none. So, getting into it, I'm going to turn to astrology. And a lot of people don't like astrology, especially if they're religious or if they come from a background that never understood astrology. I was the same way. I grew up in the church. I used to carry the cross at my church. Okay, so I understand what happens when you become religious. You start throwing all the other stuff out the window. And that was my mistake. Now, everyone's path is different, like I said before. Do what's best for you. But this is information. Take it or leave it. I don't care. But basically, we're coming out of the age of Aquarius. I mean, we're coming out of the age of Pisces, excuse me, and we're moving into the age of Aquarius. Now, the aspects of Pisces are a lot different from the aspects of Aquarius. Now, we're going to tie in the religious part of this and understand if astrology is good or bad after this. But I want you guys to see this. The age of Aquarius is a freedom age of technology, especially electricity and the water bearer. So we have to understand that cryptocurrency, AI systems, Tesla beds, all these things that are about to happen are meant to happen. There's nothing new under the sun. Everything goes through a cycle. ascending cycle and a descending cycle, and it all correlates with each other. Now, the age of Aquarius tells you right here the rise of significant rationalism combined with the fall of religious influence. And we can already see that in the world today. People are Christians, but are they really Christians? You know what I mean? So we can see what's happening. The churches are being destroyed. All these different religions are being played with, you can say. But we can say it's the elites, or we can say that's just the way things are. You get me? The Aquarian foretells a shift beyond technological and medical innovations and calls for a better way of working with each other in the greatest sense of community spirit. That's basically what it is. It might look all bad, but remember, there's always two sides of a coin. You're going to have people in charge trying to control us because they understand that we are going to be more of the community spirit. We are going to be moving with each other. We're not going to be fighting over all these differences. And they see that, they know that. And that's why we have the problems we have in the world now. They're trying to pit us against each other because you can't go against God's plan. You can't go against the stars and the moon and the lights that he set upon us. He set these things. I'm sorry for saying he, but if you really want to get into, if we're talking about God of creation, then I know the feminine energy to be creation, but that's not for this video. Anyways, there's things set in motion that we're unaware of. Okay, this is like chess. If you guys ever play chess with somebody really good, you understand you're going to get your ass beat every time. Why? Because they can see 8 moves ahead of you while you're only looking at 2 moves ahead. That's exactly how the universe works. It already knows what we're going to do before we do it. When we're fucking up, it already knows we're going to start fucking up based on the energies of the previous age. Now let's move on. As we can see here, this is a chart. Now, if you take this same chart and you draw this same line here above it like this, you will get a DNA strand. Okay? It's not coincidence. Do you understand? So this is where we are. This is the point we're coming out of. This is the kingdom of the world. Okay? We were into all kinds of things of the carnal flesh during this time period. Wars, famine, people fighting with each other for stupid reasons. But we're starting to come back to Christ consciousness. Now, the whole idea of Christ was an example of how we can become enlightened, how we can become ascended masters. And right now, we're headed into the kingdom of heaven. See, Aquarius is right here. This is the beginning of innovation. This is the beginning of self-healing. This is the beginning of us being able to use our full minds and bodies to their full capacity within this age. As you can see, once we get to this part up here, Sagittarius and Scorpio, which is a couple thousand years away, then we start descending. See this age right here? We have a lot of lost information because of this dark age. This is considered the dark ages. We lost a lot of information because of this. And it was because of our cardinal ways and sins and whatnot. We weren't able to see the as above. You get me? We were here below. We weren't paying attention to the stars that much. Well, some people were. Socrates and people like that. They weren't good people, but hey, they were paying attention to things that I feel like God put here for us. But anyways, moving on. So basically, that was the age of Aquarius. That's what we're moving into. Now, as you guys can see, like, do your own research, look into it, but there's different ways to look at this. Does this look familiar right here? Please tell me this doesn't look familiar, right? This is Ripple. This is freaking Ripple. Okay, XRP. I'm just letting you guys know it's all coincides with each other. Like, and if you think it don't, then there's something wrong. There's seriously something wrong. Okay, so back to the Bible part of astrology. Now, when Jesus was born, okay, if you guys believe in Jesus and he actually walked on this plane, the 3 wise men were told and guided by a star, right? All right. How is astrology fake or evil if the 3 wise men were guided to Jesus through the North Star to Jerusalem? Okay. I'm not going to debate with people about astrology being bad. Anything in this world, if you take it to be the only one, or if you take it to be like materialism. So there is a such thing as spiritual materialism, and that's getting into astrology, that's getting into Tarot and believing this is the only way that I can live my life. That is worship. You're not supposed to worship anything outside of yourself and God. Remember, God is within us. So we focus on ourselves. First, seek the temple, educate ourselves, educate our mind, our heart, understand our emotions, become one with spirit, the spirit within us. Okay. So when we talk about astrology being bad, it could be bad. Yeah. If you live your whole life on it. But again, God created the heavens. God created the moon. God separated the light and the waters from each other. One is night, one is day. Why would he put these things in effect if we weren't supposed to pay attention to them? As we know, the moon cycles mess with people's emotions, mess with women's periods, mess with the oceans and the waters of this world. Tell me why he would create something like that if we're not supposed to pay attention to it. Don't worship these things, okay? So let's move on. Here's Genesis, and there's a whole bunch of terms here that you guys can go through and look. These are Bible verses from astrology. But basically what I wanted to point out really quick was this right here, okay? Who makes the bear, Orion, and Pleiades, and all these chambers of the south? So basically, when it talks about the bear, it's talking about Ursa Major, okay? Ursa Major is the great bear in the sky, okay? This is the astrology for it, okay? This is the when you look up, you'll see this bear in the sky. Now what else? Okay, he also created Orion, right? Another constellation, which is in the Bible. Okay, moving on. Now this last one might confuse people because when it says Pleiades, you're thinking about a people who used to live and call themselves Pleiades, but this is actually the constellation of Pleiades. Who created this? What created this? Now I'm not going to argue on this too long because I need to get going with the video, but we have to understand that the powers that be do not want us to have power. They do not want us to understand our true nature. They don't want us to become one with the universe, because if we did, we wouldn't need them anymore. We wouldn't have to rely on their system. But I'm not going to go into that right now. That's another video. I want to focus on the last thing of the future of cryptocurrency. Now, healthcare. Okay, we talked about AI. We talked about how it can help us or hurt us. Now AI is there for however you want to use it. Remember that. But let's watch this quick little video real quick. And it uses AI technology, but this is called a Tesla bed. And for those who haven't heard of a Tesla bed, it uses energy healing. And just like Aquarius, the age of Aquarius, the two lines, it's represented by the two lines, basically. Like you have the two lines of Aquarius. It's not up here. But basically, with this AI technology, we're going to be able to not only heal ourselves, but heal the world. And let's just watch this really quick so you guys get a quick understanding.
And why is this technology crucial for Colby? Tesla biohealers generate a powerful field of biophotons that energize the cells. The company manufactures biohealers for children, adults, and pets. When sickness or injury occurs, the life force energy stored in the mitochondria in living cells fades in an amount and at a speed that is consistent with the severity of the sickness or injury. Without enough mitochondrial energy, ATP, the body cannot heal. Studies have shown that Tesla biohealing devices increase the energy in every organ of the body and therefore promote healing. Healing from seemingly incurable chronic diseases. The biohealers benefit individuals with mild to moderate health challenges. Tesla med bed generators are much larger in size and pack an amount of energy equal to 100 biohealers. They are extremely beneficial to individuals who are experiencing more advanced or chronic health challenges. With a mission to
Okay, moving on. You guys get the point. Basically, it uses energy therapy to heal your body. If there's anything wrong with it, instead of using invasive things like chemotherapy, which eat away at your body, it uses a lighter system of energy to heal your free radicals and things within your body. And that's the realm we're getting into. That's what we're moving into. Now, again, see this right here? People along this area lived a great life as well, okay? So people going through this kingdom of heaven, people who are going through enlightenment, people who are actually opening up their minds, they're going to be people like that. There's going to be a separation of people who can and cannot. And that's just the world we live in. You know what I mean? Don't feel bad for someone else who doesn't want to put in the work. Don't feel bad for someone else who fucking lived their life and now wants to come to you for help. No, do what you can for yourself first, and then you can help others. Again, my name is Louis. This is Royer Production. Hopefully you guys love the content. Make sure you guys give me a like, a comment, and subscribe if you did. Thank you guys. I love you. Peace.